So once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, your borderman, NJ2TheCity with the number 2 in TL. Let's go. So once again, back into it. What I was saying, to continue what I was saying in the last video when I was sitting in a truck. So the Jaguars once again had a golden opportunity with Gardner Minshew, a golden opportunity, and they literally just flopped flat on their face, and now we have a 1-11 record. And it's not Gardner Minshew's fault whatsoever. It really is the defense's fault that they depleted, and it is the because again, I think if you ever watch our defense looks like the most undisciplined defense I've probably ever seen. In terms of they look like they're running around out there with like chickens with their head cuts off. They don't know their assignment. They cannot press man coverage, and let alone they just don't have the guys that they used to. And then plus we are riddled with injuries this season. But then even before we got injured, still you saw what happened. We were still losing and playing severely undisciplined. I wouldn't blame any part of this on the pandemic whatsoever. I wouldn't, blame any part of this on that in terms of how people had to do this season. I would more so blame it on the fact that you got to be flipping kidding me that this is what the Jaguars came up with, thinking that let's just get rid of all our veteran playmakers and replace them with a bunch of young guys just trying to get their feet wet in the NFL and pretend to know what we're doing. That's what I mean when I say that, it makes sense that the, whatchamacallit, that's why it makes sense that whatchamacallit got fired, Caldwell, and Doug Marrone probably should be out of the building too. And one of the top reasons why I think that Doug Marrone absolutely should be out the building, because ladies and gentlemen, dare I say, you're not playing Gardner when you need to be playing Gardner right now. Nobody wants to see any more Mike Glennon. Everybody knows who Mike Glennon already is. And I mean, in terms of, like I tweeted out last week, if not week before that, Mike Glennon, can play, but he's not elite. The guy will never be elite. That's the biggest problem. He'll make enough throws to keep you in a game, but he'll never make the right throws to help you win the game. That's literally what it is. Gardner Minshew has made those throws to actually win you the game, and you saw it all last season. He made those timely throws those timely back shoulder, throw people open. He made those type throws and flashed with his mobility to indeed put his body on the line to help you win games. Not just keep you in the games, but win the games. Is kind of when we had, I think, Chad Henne starting for whatever time period that was back in 2013, 2012, 2013. It's like back when we had him. Chad Henne was pretty much the exact, same thing with Mike Glennon. He showed that, of course, he was developed enough to, once again, keep you in a game, but he was not developed enough to finish the game, to help you actually win games consistently. And that's probably the biggest problem with who the Jaguars are, is that, they've been lacking eliteness at that position for a hot minute. Literally, they've been lacking cohesiveness at the quarterback position for a hot minute. And that's probably one of the biggest problems we have with the Jaguars. You lack consistency, you lack cohesiveness, and then you lack a game-changing franchise, a game-changing playmaking franchise quarterback, etc. Now we really don't lack one. Gardner's our guy. Only difference is Gardner might be, I ain't going to say fully replaced, because he still might be on the roster depending on who our next GM is. He might still be on the roster. The only difference is that we're probably in a deadlock to draft a quarterback. If we stay at the top 2 pick, we could either do one of 2 things. Trade that pick for more picks, or we could draft Justin Fields. I promise to God I hope we don't draft Justin Fields. And you're probably asking, why? Because Gardner's our guy, and we don't need Justin Fields. That's why. Now, I'm not saying that Justin Fields would not be an absolute stud for us, let alone stud with us. I'm not denying that whatsoever. But what I'm also not going to deny is that we don't need another quarterback, or at least we don't need to take another quarterback high, better yet. That's really what it is. I mean, we can draft a plethora of other quarterbacks that I have no problem drafting. Kyle Trask, Mac Jones, which is a direct Jacksonville, Florida hometown native. We can draft Zach Wilson. We can draft, a plethora of other guys that we can draft in this draft, But yet, are we really going to draft Justin Fields here? And if you would ask me, because I don't want it personally, and, even if we do draft Justin Fields, we have to have the right regime in there that's going to take care of him and or Gardner. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not joking when I literally said this in the last video, let alone just tweeted this out, I think. Actually didn't tweet it out, I just put it on my Snap story. Ladies and gentlemen, I will boycott the Jaguars next season if either A, Garner is gone, or B, we do not have a different regime in there taking care of whoever is at quarterback. Because the evidence could not be more clear. When my hometown team gets an opportunity to unlock a true young stud's talent potential, get a late-round bloomer in Gardner Minshew, they literally tank with him the second season because they essentially sabotaged him his second season. Garner knew who was in the draft, let alone everybody knew who was in the draft this year. And Garner, like a true winner competitor that he is, he accepted the challenge of proving that we don't need another quarterback. This is my team, and I will lead us to the promised land, etc. He's there. He was there, and he is there now. But instead of us building around that talent to build a more sustainable culture and a more fluent base, instead, what we do is we deplete his roster, give him no offensive line, give him no defense, cut his all-pro running back, and replace with a bunch of young journeymen who are just trying to get their feet wet in the NFL, and then out there can't even guard wind. In terms of, once again, you look like chickens with your head cuts off, Saxonville defense, or what's left. Actually, I can't even say Saxonville defense because it's not even Saxonville anymore. It's just a defense. God bless, it's not even a Saxonville. It's just a defense. The Saxonville defense we had of previous years is completely gone and dismantled. We don't have that anymore. Not at all. It's just a defense. And really a piss poor excuse for one, because look at how they're playing. Look at the teletape. The teletape does not lie, no matter how many times you might want to pretend that it, that it does. And I'm just saying, again, the fact being, we just wasted Gardner's time, we wasted Gardner's talent, and we wasted Josh Dobbs' time and Josh Dobbs' talent. Because remember who Josh Dobbs is? Now on the Pittsburgh Steelers, we had traded for him from the Steelers just last season, and you saw what happened. That's what I mean when I say the Jags are trash. The Jags front office has been garbage. They have been there way too long. They don't know what they're doing, and they definitely, I'm telling you, it's not that hard to get these guys, of which I would prefer to in the last video, to not only play for you, but would definitely, want to work hard for you. And trust me, the point there is, you could have done better this season if you just tried. The point there is, you did not try. You absolutely 110% positively did not try. Gardner Minshew can still be the man. Gardner is still our guy, whether it's this franchise or another franchise. But him, just like many others, they have to be surrounded with the finishing pieces to get them over the top to win a Super Bowl. They can probably, especially in years to come, I have all faith and no doubt that Garner can get Jaguars, if not other teams, to the playoffs and probably win a couple games. But it's definitely going to take an all-star defense and maybe a couple other offensive weapons for us to finish with, once again, winning the AFC Championship or NFC Championship and winning a Super Bowl. That's what it's going to take. And once you put all those tools and those pieces of the puzzle together, use those tools and put all the pieces of the puzzle together, trust me, the evidence speaks louder than the words ever could. You are must-watch TV, must-see TV, and everything's going to fly off the shelves, tickets are going to sell, and people are going to love you, and your brand is going to grow, etc. The evidence could not be more there, and this is what I mean when I say give me a team, and trust me, I'll turn it around in, I would say, 3 years, if not less than that. Because I'm going to sign the people I got to sign. I'm going to gather the community connections I got to gather. And we're going to work together, not just in the city, but we're going to work together once again on the playground, in the lunchrooms, in the film room. We're going to do what we can to not only make the city thriving, but once again make this team thriving with the most organic community-based structural support that we possibly can get. And that's really what it is. You have to understand. You have to understand how things work, why things are the way they are, and let alone you have to have vision for the oversee. If you don't have vision for the oversight, then where are you going in life? That's exactly what this is. And I really don't think there's any other way to explain it other than the fact that Gardner Minshew's time has been wasted with the Jaguars. Literally, the report came out a couple days ago that Gardner Minshew has literally begged Doug Marrone to put him back in now that he's healthy. And it makes sense. I don't like losing, you know. Our team is losing 1-11. I want to be out there balling with my guys, helping the team win, etc. But instead, you just trot Mike Glennon out there and pretend like he's your savior, amongst other things, etc. That's what I mean when I say that the Jaguars do not. It's just one of these franchises that thus far they don't know what they're doing. If not, they know what they're doing. They're intentionally tanking. But then they're gonna tell you, we're not tanking. We're not tanking. Always be cautious when people tell you, we're not tanking, but the evidence proves we're tanking. We're just not going to boldly admit it because we just can't do that. So we'll prove it with our actions instead, etc. But God bless God first, once and unashamed to anybody, everybody out there who understands what I'm saying. And by God's grace, we'll see how the rest of the season goes. Like I say, and also, I got, like I said, a lot of more music to drop the rest of this year, let alone, to future into next year, and filter the system and do what I can to help the education system, help my friends. God bless all my Valley Rich kids. God bless all my niece Panthers. God bless so many kids from so many different schools. I'm gonna begin when I get back to the city. This is me doing what I gotta do to not only plentify and beautify the city, but this is me doing what I can to do as much ground roots and grass works as I can, or grassroots real work with the community inside and out to once again flip the community on its head, and we all prosper together instead. That's what a big part of what I'm doing, not only with the music, but whatever else, work that I do here and there to have those real life, real world talks and communication about how we can make the city safer, cleaner, more effective, more efficient, more thriving. The kids can be happier, the families can be more vibrant, and everybody can truly learn, but and grow together. I am NJ2TheCity, your voice of the city, and I'll do what I can to protect the city. In Jesus' name, what you share with me each and every day. I got the music, I got the vlogs. Let's make some magic together. Let's work, let's own this, and let's just run it with Christ, etc. And other than that, like I said, I love making this music. I really want people to understand, I make a lot of kids music, but I also just make a lot of, in general, music that I just want to make that is, kind, it's cool, it's friendly, it's, Jesus oriented, and it's really music that will get you up, vibing and bopping with the community, and really music that ignites your soul for Jesus. That's probably one of the biggest things about my music. You have to understand, this music, is made to, invite your soul with Jesus. It's really or to ignite your soul with Jesus. It's made, curated, designed, everything. Let alone with a lot of tongue twisters in there to wrap around your head and make you think, wow, that's really tangy. It's really, I want to say extra, use some extra. Or that seasoning on the sauce is really extra, and it just, stuff to make you think. Tongue twisters to make you think, and decode the messages of where I'm trying to, lay the grassroots, I want to say message or whatever. And I look forward to dropping it all for you. Once again, Niece's Home, Niece's Family is my newest radio record that I'm promoting right now. And other than that, I have a few others that I will, get out to you all, or I will, post on my story, and I'll post on other social media, because it's not just Niece's Home, Niece's Family is my next radio record that I'm promoting right now. It's also MSM2 VRA Kid for Life. That's the other radio record that I'm promoting right now. But yeah. I'll continuously, give y'all more updates on the progress of those records. Because, I got a lot of radio records. It's just that Niece's Home, Niece's Family is the first certified one that I'm promoting right now. MSM2, Middle School Mentor Part 2, VRA Kid for Life. That's the second one, But I also think every song within the Middle School Mentor series is promotable. Every last one of those is radio record friendly. And I will look forward to just doing whatever I can to, again, raise Valley's name, raise Niece's name, and let's all grow together. Not just Niece and Valley Ridge, but really all St. Johns County School District, all Duval. I came from Duval. And just, let's put Florida first, and let's truly build back better in Christ's name so everybody can thrive, grow, prosper, and succeed. I'm the voice of the city. Let me protect the city. As my name is NJ2TheCity, and let's just let's run the tables, with the math, and calculate our winning streaks, I guess you could say. So yeah, Niece's Home, Niece's Family, MSM2, and I'll give you more updates on other radio records I'm promoting as time goes on. Your boy, man, NJ2TheCity, out. God bless.